AITA for don't want to talk or see to my mother and her husband anymore. I am not Oop. Oop is you, Leah Kim. Originally posted to R2 Hot Takes. AITA for don't want to talk or see to my mother and her husband anymore. Trigger warnings. Teen pregnancy. Sexual assault of a minor. Physical and emotional abuse. Manipulation. Strangulation. Recording without consent. Abandonment. Less than. Mood spoilers. Hopeful. Less than. And NBSP. Original post September 25, 2023. First of all, I'm sorry if there's any mistake. English is not my first language. I, 19 female. Live at my mom's apartment. She, female 36. Got married with John, 39 male, around 11 years ago. She starting dating him when I was 3 years old. My mom's family didn't like him. And as I was so young, my great-grandmother take care of me. Some years passed and our relationship, stepfather and me, wasn't good. And either the one he has with my mom. There was some things that traumatized me a little. And my mom understood why I didn't like him. However, when I was 8 one day I woke up and as soon as I opened my eyes, I found his eyes on me and so fast he put his hand off my sheets. I didn't feel that he touched me, but it freaked me out. How many other nights he could have tried to do it? Fast forward. At 14 I had a lot of negative feelings due to that moment. I never told my mom about it. I confronted him about it when I was 15 and he denied everything. I don't know my biological father, and when I tried to ask mom about him, she slapped me and told me he didn't want to know anything about me. My mom always think that people who go to the psychology is people who want attention and that I was being like that. I suffered a long time alone and in silence. Anxiety and depression. Never talked to anyone about it. I even started thinking that I was wrong, that I imagine it, or that it was my fault. As mom didn't know, he always played as the victim. That I rejected him and so on. There was moments where I noticed and understood that my mom would always take his side, not mine. I always felt uncomfortable with him touching me, being touchy with me. I feel sick. We always had a camera at home and once he recorded me talking with a guy. After that I felt even more uncomfortable staying at home, always with the fear of being recorded. At 18 years old, a lot of things happened. First I suffered sexual abuse in the streets. A man suffocated me while masturbating. And at home his first question was, quote, "What were you wearing?" Quote. Then my first work experience was horrible. My anxiety increased a lot for all the memories when I was little. One day, I received a text message from him saying he needed to say something to me, but I had to remain silent, not saying it with mom. He said he was in love with me, and that the memory it had at 8 years old it indeed happened, but allegedly it was just that time. That break me so hard. And I didn't talk 10 years with the trauma and another one new. My anxiety increased that much that I suffered from anorexia. I wanted to die. My mom just said I was getting thinner cause I wanted to be like the Korean girls I liked. She never knew. At 19 I finally said everything to her. It was this year in March. He blamed me for not saying anything for 11 years. She took my side for a couple of months. He begged for my forgiveness and I didn't forgive him. She said he will never be alone with me ever again. Just 2 months passed and everything is the same again. She said I'm in this moment here at home just with him even though I don't want to. I work from home and I don't make enough to move out by myself. I tried to move a couple of mobs before but my mom didn't let me. And I lost my job at that time and now I don't make enough. Besides my mom and stepfather. No one else know in my family about this. I don't want to fracture my family. But at this point, this is driving me crazy. I don't want to talk to him or my mom ever again. Am I the asshole? And NBSP. AITA for not telling my mom I'm going to meet my bio dad? October 8, 2023. I, 19F, and my mom, 37F, never told me anything about my bio dad. She got pregnant at 16 and my dad was 19 at that moment. And the relationship with my stepfather hasn't been the best. You could see it more detailed in my last post. And I never considered him as my dad. When I was 8, my mom found my diary where I wrote I wanted to meet my bio dad. She slapped me and told me I was crazy. He was never interested in me. And he now has other family. And it has been the same. Nor mom nor grandparents never said a word to me about him. Always saying he was an asshole. I only had his name Fernando and the memory that his last name started with an I or with an E. After going through all the activity in my mom's Facebook, I found him a couple of months ago. My mom tagged him in one of my photos around 13 years ago. Fast forward this Tuesday, I finally texted him, and he answered me just 10 minutes after. He asked if we could have a video call. At the moment he saw me, he started crying. He said I was huge and beautiful. He was so grateful that I texted him and that he was indeed my father. We continue talking and just after 4 days, even though he is in another country, Switzerland to be precise, he bought tickets to come here and meet me in person. He agreed to do the paternity test I suggested and pay for it. Today is Sunday. He will arrive tomorrow in the afternoon. And on Tuesday, 1 week before the first messagee will meet. Of course I'll be going with a friend and my boyfriend with other 3 friends will have my location. Just in case. However, my mom doesn't know anything about this. And I don't know how or when to tell her. I'm scared if I tell her before meeting him, she wouldn't let me go or even kicking me out of the house. So AITA for not telling my mom I'm going to meet my bio dad? Relevant comments. Nikki's 84. NTA, can you couch surf with friends or stay with other family? From your mom's previous reaction, she's going to be angry and possibly throw you out when she finds out. Be prepared to find out that mom has been lying for years. Dad could have simply asked for a paternity test and mom lost it. Yes. I'm looking for places to rent. Just a room for the moment. And also a friend who knows the situation and told me I can stay over in case I get kicked out. Cause yes. That's the most possible reaction. I hope everything goes fine. Thanks. And NBSP. Update the 1st of October 18, 2023. First of all, thank you everyone for your comments. They help me a lot. So, I met him. I can't express how happy and amazed I am. He is an incredible person. I went with 2 friends, F40 and M21. We take the paternity test. He paid, and we needed to wait 4 business days to have the answer. That day he invited us to lunch. He ate and went home. He told me a lot about him and I understood why I do. I behave and I love some things the way I do. From him. We video call every single day. He asked me about my day and all of that. Fast forward to yesterday. We went for the results. He is my bio dad. With 99.99% of compatibility he is. We cried so much. He apologized for all the time he lost with me. All the experiences he missed. And he assured me he wants to be my father. He said me he will start paying for a couple of my things as is his responsibility and that I should tell him if I need or want something. As we both are super anime fans, he bought me a One Piece t-shirt. Gave me 3 of his first comics. A couple of Switzerland candies and the Little Prince book in French. Language I'm learning and the one people speak where he lives. He wants me to start moving things. Passport, driver's license and which carrier I want to study there. So I can go next summer to enjoy Europe with him and his girlfriend, who I already met via video call and also knows I'll be there next year. I haven't told Mom yet. I just made the comment I would love to look for my bio dad. She said, she hasn't done anything with his life and I shouldn't be looking desperately to be loved. But that I can do whatever I want. She also finally accepts the fact I'm going to therapy, which is a relief for me. I know I need to tell her. I'll be going there next summer. But I have no idea how. Reminder, this is a repost sub IAM not oop. I hope she is able to find what she needs with her bio dad. She has been through a lot of unnecessary trauma because her mom cares more about her new husband than her child. Having the child so young and her disdain for the bio dad makes me think that the mom likely views her child as a burden. Did the dad ever address the potential alienation? And why he was so absent in her life? I think it would just be better for Op not to tell her mom. She needs to get ducks in a row and leave. Hopefully her father can be that support for her to run and cut her mother off. The mother doesn't deserve an explanation. Start was messed up, but hopefully light at the end of the tunnel for her. Having found my own bio dad at a similar age after years of abuse from my bio mom, I hope it turns out well for her. My bio dad turned out to be a huge disappointment and almost the only thing my mom was ever right about. I hope her story ends with at least one loving parent. I hope this is the start of a turnaround for her life. Her father might end up saving her from a horrible life and maybe she can start the process in a few years of moving to Switzerland. I hope Oop doesn't overcommit to her bio dad until she knows most of the facts about him. That mother preferred to keep the real father away and lock her child in a house with a child molester. Hope Oop has a happy beginning with her dad. I was so distracted by seeing the name of a real dancer who went viral in 2015 for her routine to Nicki Minaj's Anaconda as OOP's username that I completely forgot to read the trigger warnings. Aw man. I really hope things turn out good for Oop and that her bio dad can be the support she needs. I'm not sure she should tell mom until her plane is taxiing out of the airport. And she should be prepared to never go back to mom again. This is heartbreaking. From zero contact, not even knowing his last name, to being welcomed with open arms, tickets abroad, and a 99.9% confirmed DNA match in about 3 weeks. All from one Facebook photo tag? The Swiss sure are efficient. I hope Oop doesn't tell her mom. I hope she just goes and lives her best life free of abuse. I would like to know how old the bio dad was when he got a 15-year-old pregnant. I hope this has the happy ending that Oop deserves. But I definitely have concerns about how she was conceived. ETA. Derp. I missed that. I still wonder about the circumstances. Hopefully, a fresh start with bio dad will be what you need to help with your healing journey. Yeah, I hope someone mentioned to Oop to not tell the mother anything because she will 100% try to sabotage and stop Oop from leaving. He said I was huge and beautiful. I don't know what she was trying to say exactly, but for some reason I really love this.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.